Okay, fam, so we went over our trellis. If you didn't see that video, you need to go see it. A couple things I want to show you guys. I have some PVC pipe here that was cut roughly 5 feet and 5 feet. Okay, remember I told you guys the PVC pipe comes in 10-foot lengths, so I just had this one cut in half. They cut it for free. Okay, and I have one more that's a 4-foot that was left over from my trellis. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what you can do with these. Okay, these leftover pieces, if you grow tomatoes, you may notice something like this. This is a tomato cage, right? Now, I use these tomato cages. The problem is, these things are, with my soil and my raised beds being so light and fluffy, when my tomatoes start getting really big, these things, and if we get like some winds, some real heavy winds, these things will sometimes tip or fall over. Okay, last year, Sandy, a hurricane or storm Sandy came up the northeastern coast. I'm a little bit inland, so I didn't get hit with it directly, but we did feel all those winds. And I had a huge tomato plant that was growing and it was doing well, and then all of a sudden that thing fell over because of the wind. And it was so big and so heavy, I could not get it lifted back up. So literally, I left my tomato plant laying on the ground, and it grew along the ground. Okay, so this year I'm going to put in some reinforcements to my tomato cages. Okay, and what I'm going to do is use my PVC pipe. Okay, now this is 5-foot PVC pipe. What I'm going to do is the same thing I did with the trellis. Put some rebar in the ground. Put this on top of the rebar, and I'm going to attach my tomato cage to the staked pole. That way it's going to give it support, so that if the winds get to blowing, because it'll be attached into the rebar in the ground, it's going to be strong enough to hold up my tomato cages. Okay, so this is just a suggestion for you guys. If you had to deal with anything like I'm dealing with, your tomato cages getting raggedy because they're getting torn apart, this is how you would reinforce. Those of you down south may be dealing with more tornadoes and stuff like that. Reinforce those bad boys. Simple as this. If you build those trellises like I told you to, you're already going to have 4 feet left, right? So you could use this 4-footer and attach it to it. Okay, so I'm going to put this together, and then you guys will get to see it when I do my garden update. You'll see exactly what everything looks like. All right, shalom.